El Nino is the largest driver worldwide of year-to-year changes in the climate. So there are places that more often than not have an expected impact due to El Nino, and so that could be drought, or it could be floods, or it could be extreme temperatures. And so it's very important to keep your eye on it and give proper information for preparedness to these areas.
The weather phenomenon El Nino, the child in Spanish, because Peruvians first saw its impact around Christmas time in days gone by. El Nino's come to be associated with disaster. Certainly in past centuries, monsoon failures driven by El Nino were responsible for the starvation of millions. The world has moved on, but as you'll hear, the climate fluctuation ripples out from the Pacific round the world to affect hundreds of millions. Its behaviour is cyclical. It comes and goes with seductive regularity, and yet scientists struggle to reliably foresee its arrival. I'm Roland Pease, and in this edition of Discovery from the BBC World Service, I'll be asking the experts why an event so dramatic should also be so hard to pin down, and what's to come this year. Mike McFadden from America's National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA somewhat appropriately, was a lead flood and drought watcher during the memorable '97 event, and he's doing the same today.
El Nino is the largest year-to-year climate fluctuation on the planet, and when a big El Nino occurs, like in 1997, many parts of the world feel its impacts very dramatically. It can be associated with severe drought in Australia, heavy rains and flooding in western South America. Where I live in the Pacific Northwest of the U.S., our winters can be very warm and dry, which affects our water supplies throughout the year. And in the southern tier of the United States, it can bring heavy rains and flooding as well. So there are many, many impacts around the world associated with El Nino. And it's because El Nino is consequential. It's because people remember the dramatic impacts on weather that everyone is paying attention now. So from a scientific point of view, it's quite exciting, but it's also a serious business because it really does matter in people's lives.